Hi, my name is Erin O'Neal with Enabled Exchange. I have some ideas today on how your school or organization could create a sensory room, sensory corner, or sensory space on a very small budget that helps students or people with disabilities to help regulate their emotions and remain calm and just give them a space where they feel a little more safe when they might be out in an environment that is stressful to them. A lot of facilities, when they consider making a sensory room, they might try to buy a package deal that you might find online. And if they start Googling it, you might turn up ideas that are $2,000, $4,000, $9,000. As a special education teacher, I know my school would not approve that kind of budget for a sensory space. So how can we find products that give us a similar feel on a budget? I have a few ideas today. And the first one is lighting. Bubble tubes and bubble lights, where it has a big tube and it has bubbles up in it. Those are amazing, especially for people on the autism spectrum. However, they're very expensive. So you could get a similar concept with lava lamps. I have a glitter lava lamp where the glitter flows up and down. It was about $20 on Amazon. So that's a very much better idea than a $2,000 bubble tube if that's not in your budget. There's a lot of different products for LED color changing lights. It can totally change the mood of a room. If you can turn off that overhead fluorescent lighting in your space and instead have just a strip of color changing LED lights surrounding the top, that can really help bring the mood down to a calm and help children who have sensory processing disorders to not be overwhelmed by the brightness of the lights or even the hum of fluorescent lights that some people are sensitive to. And we'll have another blog post soon on different lighting options in your sensory room and what different colors of light can do for the sensory systems. I'm very excited about that one. However, for looking for light ideas, even just switching out your light bulbs for warmer colored light bulbs or covering fluorescent lights with, they sell fabric covers that are fire resistant that are made for that. Those are not very expensive ways to change the lighting in a room. If nothing else, just getting a lamp and pointing it up at the wall as like an architectural uplighting in your space instead of using overhead lights can make a space feel very different on a budget. Old Christmas lights, also, if they're allowed in your school or facility year-round, you can put those even behind a curtain. I have a string of Christmas lights behind a dark blue curtain. It kind of looks like stars, and it helps bring down the brightness of them and just add an ambiance to that sensory room or sensory space that you're trying to create. Beanbag chairs, everybody loves beanbag chairs. However, there are some other seating options also that are really fun for kids who have different sensory needs. Just soft blankets and pillows. I know this might not be possible at hospitals or institutions where it's required to be able to really sanitize things really, really well. However, if you think about where you like to be comfortable, where you like to hang out, it's probably not a plastic covered, vinyl covered, hard tile type of area, right? Those things are not very conducive to feeling relaxed and feeling calm in those sensory spaces. Lots of pillows, blankets, soft textures, things they can wrap up in, hide under. Weighted blankets are fantastic. Those don't cost very much online, or you could even ask for people's donations of things if you can wash them and disinfect them, of old pillows, blankets, couch cushions. Just make it like a child's play fort where they would go to feel safe from a stressful environment. Things they can get in or under, like those little teepees, or even a table with curtains hung around it to give that child, or an older child even, a place where they can kind of sit out away from everybody is a good thing to include in there. I'm going to do a whole other video on the different types of systems of senses that should be included in a sensory room. So make sure you look for that one. But if you need some movement in your sensory room, for those people who are sensory seeking, there's a fantastic chair at Walmart that is like a hammock. It's like a hammock chair. It's about $50. And so you can sit in it and rock. It's got its own stand for those who are not allowed to put swings in their ceiling or on their walls. It's a great product for them to get that. Mini trampolines are also, it's where you start blurring the lines between a sensory room and a movement gym or a mobility gym. We'll have another video on that, the difference between those two coming as well, so do watch for that one. But I would start with a beanbag chair or some soft cushions to sit on, and then something that allows for movement, either a kind of rocking chair or a swinging chair or something, because some people, especially on the autism spectrum, but any disability or any sensory needs, can be very soothed by the movement of sitting in a seat like that. Then dim your overhead lighting, use some type of colored or special lights to create a calming atmosphere in that room, whether that be LED strips, lava lamps, Christmas lights, or all of the above, or even a lamp pointed at the wall with a colored light bulb in it. There's lots of options you can do with lighting. And last but not least for this video, there's so much more to come, don't forget the sense of sound. So sound can really help us be calm in any kind of situation where you just need some white noise to block out what you're hearing. Some people with disabilities have incredibly sensitive hearing to frequencies that are difficult for the rest of us to hear. So a simple white noise sound machine, or a sound machine that plays the ocean waves or crickets chirping or babbling brook sounds. And I found a pretty affordable one on Amazon for $25 or $30. They probably have the same one at Walmart online or other online retailers. So if you've got your lights, your sound, comfy place to sit, something that incorporates movement, and then your regular sensory fidgets that you probably already know about and have, but we'll do another video on those as well. So I'll put some links below to some ideas, some pictures of products, and I can't wait to share with you some more ideas for creating enabled environments that meet everyone's sensory needs and help everyone to be calm and productive and just enjoy life more. Thank you for listening.